Eva Sweeney is a 27-year-old white, middle to upper-class female. She grew up in Los Angeles, California, and graduated from Occidental College in 2008. Eva has been living in Pasadena since she graduated. These images are just a few examples of the media representations of 20-something-year-old women.
I've got to wear sheets. I just put them in. They are my best friends.
H-I, hi, M-Y, my, N-A-M-E, name, I-S, is, E-V-A. Hi, my name is Eva.
I'm a tranny, I'm a dyke, I can't ride shirtless on my bike.
I don't need a vasectomy to be as butch as I wanna be. I just want the law to see that my chest is as legal as Matt McConaughey's.
I'm a tranny, I'm a dyke, I can't ride shirtless on my bike.
Been arrested for my tits almost twice, so how can I cut them off to be free and leave all the girls to patriarchy? If I become a man instead of facing my fears so I can get the privilege of not being queer, yeah, I'm calling you out, assimilator, not gender warrior. You're collecting on Mr. Well, she's something, sister. You get insulted if I call you she. Do I detect misogyny? Doesn't equal mean equality? That one pronoun's not better than she. Without the ERA, you can't marry if you're gay. So check yourself, boy. Testosterone ain't a toy. Look, it's what the world reveres. A warring boy. I'm a tranny, I'm a butch. Give me a tax refund for this tampon in my butch.
Aside from being white and female, Eva identifies herself as a dog lover, a daughter, and a butch dyke. Eva has cerebral palsy and is incredibly underrepresented in the media, just as a person with a disability. As a lesbian who is disabled, Eva is left with no representations in the media, no one to identify with, admire, or laugh at. Often, people with disabilities are thought of as genderless because people tend to ignore them. Eva wrote in an article called Coming Out Fourfold for the online magazine Feministing, quote, "People with disabilities have a hard enough time getting people to accept that they have sexual identities. If you throw in an atypical gender identity, people can't understand how people with disabilities can have complex identities." Eva later writes, "People without disabilities don't get exposure to the range of gender and sexual identities that we have. Even when non-traditional gender identities are shown in mainstream media, we don't see any people with visible disabilities. Therefore, when people encounter me or other disabled people with atypical gender identities, they can't wrap their head around why this is possible and want to ask kind of weird questions. This doesn't mean that they're bad people or even insensitive. To me, it highlights that people without disabilities desperately need more exposure and interaction with disabled people." Eva also says, quote, "I have to come out as a female, as an intelligent adult, as a queer person, and as a butch dyke," end quote. If there was more representation of disabled people in the media and more mainstream exposure of disabled people, it might not be such an anomaly to the general public. Eva is in fact a female who is intelligent, queer, and butch. It takes only a few moments of her time to discover each of these things about her. Imagine what type of message she could send if it were on a public, international media scale. We are the consumers, and we do control what we consume to some degree, and it is in our hands to start demanding a more real view of people with disabilities.
And I never tried to give my life meaning, but deep meaning, yo. And I would like to state for the record, I did everything that I could do. I'm not saying that I am a saint, I just don't want to live that way. No, I will